Hello everyone, it's Samuel Larsen here, founder of Grow Gurus, and today we're going to talk about the life cycle of an e-commerce brand. Because when you are scaling a brand, you have different challenges along the journey, and you will be able to understand where exactly are you along this path so that you can tackle the right issue at the right time.
If you have a profitable store and are looking to grow it, book a call with me by clicking the link in the description and let's explore how we can help you out.
And e-commerce brands are typically dealing with 4 stages. So we have the introduction at the very beginning, where you're looking to validate your idea, get some customers, get things going. Then you have the growth or scaling phase. This is where you're actually growing. You have validated that things are working, and now you're looking to expand, see how fast and far you can take it. And after that, you have the maturity. You have reached your market now, and now you are looking to keep those profits coming, optimize things further, of course, but mostly this is where the big money is made. And then typically at some point you have decline, because none of the businesses in the world last forever. So that's about life cycle expansion and then further squeezing of the profitability. Now, with all 4 of these stages, you have various challenges within each stage. You have the introduction, growth and scaling, maturity, and decline stages. So let's look at the introduction stage first. Here, the key first challenge is to find your customers, sell your first initial few products, and get that established that you have a product market fit. Of course, product market fit is always something that you work on, but at least here you will be able to establish that this can work if implemented correctly. The second challenge is establishing your base. So this is your customers, so you can start feeding the algorithms on Facebook. You know where these people are, how they think, what they do, and how they react to your marketing message. And then the third challenge is related to the next step already, and that is preparing for growth. As you scale your company, you will have things breaking here and there. Maybe the customer support is not large enough. Maybe the supply chains are showing weaknesses. Maybe your manufacturer is not able to do and create enough of that product in order to supply the demand. Now, after you have made it through the introduction phase, congratulations, you are in a pretty elite club already when it comes to Shopify store owners, because most stores fail here, and understandably so. So they never get into the growth and scaling phase. Now, on the growth and scaling phase, you will be facing rising advertising costs. As you scale your ads, you will have more and more people available, but they'll be more expensive and colder and harder to convert. So what you will also find is that this will put a lot of pressure on your previously nice conversion rates. The colder the audience, the lower the conversion rates. Here also you will have your first opportunities to optimize for lifetime value and average order value. Because in the first introduction stage, you were just looking to find some people and convert them. Now you are in the stage where you will be able to actually measure lifetime value and also optimize for average order value, finding the right upsells and the right offers for that. Now here, typically what you'll also see is that you will have growth pains at scale. So the problems that you'll face are bigger and better problems than on the introduction phase, but they're still problems. The good news here is that you will be able to hire help. And this is also when you start looking to find the right team for you, the right partners. We at CRO Gurus, for example, we work with a couple dozen 6 and 7 figure brands. If you are in this range currently, you can book a call with me. The link is in the description. After you're done with the growth and scaling phase, which is something you'd actually always want to return to, because it is the ultimate stage to be in. After that, you would be moving on to the maturity stage, which is typically stage 3 out of 4. And this is what I would consider to be the easier phase of running a business. Still not easy, because you are constantly looking behind your back the competition is coming. In a way, the Grim Reaper is at your door, but you know that the judgment day won't be tomorrow because you have a bunch of money in the bank. You know that the business is profitable and you can sustain that for quite a while. Normally, this is a long-term survival battle where you will be looking to establish that previous performance, maybe grow, and possibly delay that decline as long as possible. So essentially, this is where the big boys play. They're usually not going that heavy on any of the directions, but they tend to be pretty stable year over year. No big changes such as 20% ups and downs year over year. This is also where you have personally a lot of options to choose where you want to go next. So you can hire a team, you can put a CEO in place, you probably have a CMO at this point, etc. So you are no longer running everything as the founder, and you also have typically at this stage the opportunity to exit it, so sell the business or keep running it. Typically at this point you have your things together in a way that it's not that difficult to keep running it if you are not really motivated to have that big profitable exit. After maturity, you typically will have decline. This is the last of the 4 stages, and this is all about life cycle and trying to expand that to last as much as possible. So sometimes you just know that this business is no longer a valid business. It has been, in a way, permanently outcompeted by someone else, or the market doesn't exist, or the product is completely out of style, these kinds of things. And you cannot really rekindle it. And this is where you know that you are heading to the end. Now, these ends can happen quite quickly if your foundations are not solid. We've seen many rapid rises and falls in e-commerce over the years, but typically it is more of a flame that slowly goes out. Usually this happens actually because of internal reasons, not because of the market reasons. Typically you have a founder who is either distracted or has lost their hunger to improve, and the need to be in the cutting edge, and that needs us not there anymore. Because in a marketplace, competitors shouldn't just be able to come and steer your lunch if you're already ahead of game. You have to make some mistakes, let your guard down, etc. Now, on the decline stage, what you're typically looking to do is either get back to maturity. It's not something that you can skip back to growth immediately, but here you're extending the cash flows as long as possible. So you know that it's profitable, there's still something there to be made, but it's unlikely that it will be restored back into its previous glory days. So here you can think of it like a cigar butt. So the business might be obsolete, but there's still some puffs left, and you can still have something out of the business. You still have your list, you still have your past clients, etc. But at this point, the business has become very difficult to sell, or at least very difficult to sell for any kind of reasonable price. Now that's the e-commerce life cycle, and the better the business, the longer the cycle. So if you actually have a legit unique selling proposition that is unique, if you have a competitive advantage that is hard to replicate, then you are bound to survive longer and have a longer maturity phase, aka longer lasting profits. However, if you are, say, just a dropshipping store, you have bad fundamentals, etc., you might have a high, but you typically have a quick low as well, because you didn't build it in a solid way, and you're not going to have that opportunity for repeat business, ongoing customers, etc., which are typically the most valuable customers you can have. Now, I hope that this video didn't turn you off in terms of you starting on e-commerce or you're scaling your store, because in almost every market there are some small brands that survive to be a really long-lasting niche brands, and the timeline here can be very long. This is still something that you can leave to your grandchildren if you implement it well enough. We are here to help. Like and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.